You'll say, yesterday the server crashed, and then you'll ask yourself, why did it crash? And what measures do I need to set?
And that is important.
Up?
And how?
What measures do I need to set up for that not to happen again? And how do I do that to make sure that the server doesn't crash? What up? Welcome to Coding Lifers podcast. Of course, with the mics. And of course, we usually discuss things to do with tech, new emerging technologies, what is happening around the world in relations to tech, not any other gossip. It's just in relations to tech. So on our previous episode, we had a discussion on what it means, what HTML and CSS means, and what's the importance, and what they mean specifically to software engineering. And we just say they are the building blocks to what we do. So if you've not watched that specific episode, just head to our YouTube channel, our Spotify account, or our Google podcast account at Coding Lifers. Of course, all of them at Coding Lifers. So if you've not subscribed, hit the like button and hit the notification button for you to be notified whenever we release new content, which I think we release every day. Because this is episode 17. Which is, I think it's a milestone. It's been a journey since episode 1. We are still pushing this content to you, and with the hope that we're helping someone out there, and which is our joy. And so if we're helping you out there, it will mean a lot. Just add a comment in our videos for us to be aware that you're helping someone, for us to even have that energy to keep pushing. And like Ben Kivuva, that guy comments
once again
in our videos, and it gives us hope, and it gives us that energy to keep pushing. Do that. And so today we have a special topic, which is, you see, in software engineering, every software engineer wants a specific growth. Each day you want to feel like you've made a difference from what you did yesterday,
and added a value.
You've added value, and to yourself, because now today we are going to speak having growth mindset. You having that zeal to learn. You having that energy to learn. You see, in software engineering, we said on our episode 1. We said that software engineering needs passion, and for you to grow, you need passion, sleepless nights, and for you to be able to grow, you need to want to grow fast. You see, whatever you need to have this mindset,
and willing to grow. The willingness to come from.
You need to have a mindset that whatever knowledge I had yesterday is different from whatever I have today. I have a plus. You get. And I think you see, sometimes sometimes software engineering is tough, because most of the guys, even others, get even insomnia. You even don't sleep. But you see, what gives us comfort and the energy to keep pushing is the realization that today I'm an idea wiser than yesterday, or I'm wiser than I was yesterday, and I picked up something from yesterday's challenges. Because you see, if you have a growth mindset, every setback, because programming, you get so many setbacks. You'll come today, the server is down, has crashed. You'll come today, maybe you did a deployment yesterday, and you introduced a bug, and if you don't have that growth mindset, you'll always take everything on a negative note. But if you have a positive mindset, you'll always pick out the positives in every setback. You see, you'll say, yesterday the server crashed, and then you'll ask yourself, why did it crash, and what measures do I need to set?
And that is
set
important.
Up,
and how,
what measures do I need to set up for that not to happen again, and how do I do that to make sure that the server doesn't crash ever again? You see, so I feel like you having a positive growth mindset means everything in your career, in your software engineering journey, because you'll even want to learn more, and you'll want to meet people. And you see, everywhere you go in software engineering, you'll always meet someone who is smarter than you are. And if you do not have the positive mindset, you will end up being jealous to some extent, because now these guys, you'll just hear someone saying that this guy anajifanya aje, like, you see, he thinks he knows more than me. You see that that jealousy. And but if you have a good and positive mindset, you'll appreciate everyone's effort, because that guy, for them to be that smart, they've taken their time.
They did something.
They toiled, and they took the time to learn for them to perfect their craft at that specific time.
They have made.
So just don't be jealous. Just sit back and say, okay, this guy is smarter than me. He knows this and this and this. What do I need to know? Or what do I need to do for him to share the knowledge? Or what do I need to do for me to be the same level, or even more, or even to be closer, or even to be closer? You see. So I think a positive mindset will make sure that your roots are firm, and you won't even have the fights people have. Because you see, now you're jealous of someone, you'll end up fighting, and maybe that person you work with, it will just mess the harmony that you have with that person, and you just have bad blood. You see, you just have bad blood, which is not even necessary. Just have a positive mindset, and if things are tough, just pick out the positives, write them down, and say that in spite of having a tough day, at least today, I achieved this and this and this, or I learned this and this and this. So what's maybe for you, Mike, what's your take on maybe having a positive growth mindset? What do you pick out from that specific topic, and what do you think?
The first thing that I pick up, it takes me back to my primary life, primary school. I remember our deputy principal used to say, after every present given day, that is, there are present given to the first person, the second and third. But we find that there is always these people who are laying behind. And one thing he used to say was, there is always room for improvement.
Yes.
And then the principal or the head teacher backs him and says, practice make perfect.
Makes it perfect. You see.
So when I hear about growth mindset, is leaving a room for improvement, because it is not always the same day as it was yesterday.
The grass is not always green. There's sometimes
it is not always green. And another thing also, when I hear about growth mindset, takes me back to when I was starting the ALX journey. Because you are taught to do hard things. And they really stress on having that growth mindset, and working on hard things. You find that today you might say, today I won't solve this bug because I don't know. It doesn't mean that the bug will fix itself. It's upon you to act on it. And by you acting on it, it shows that you have taken the first step towards growth. Now you can fix the bug, and tomorrow you say, if the same bugs repeat itself, you won't hesitate to fix it.
I feel like, you see, for me, have you ever experienced, have you ever, like, you see, as much as you're proficient in a specific language, in coding, every time there comes a point where you just hit the wall. You see, you're smart and you know what to do, but now there's this specific bug that is a mountain. It seems like a mountain then. You see, it just seems like a mountain, and in reality it's not, but okay. Let me first drive the point. Normally, you get a bug that will stress you for days, and if you do not have a positive growth mindset, you'll give up very fast. And maybe for you to be able to navigate through that specific bug, it's just, maybe you just need to do like a small thing. You see, like a small thing. You just have to push a little harder. But someone just, because you've done it for like a day, now you're like, what? This is too much. Oh, now you start even complaining that I feel like giving up. Programming is hard. Coding, me, I don't think I'll even coding. Me, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'd rather do something else. You see, but it's a small thing. You just need to sit back, just analyze the problem, and you'll be surprised. Most of the time, you even solve a bug, and you're like, shit. You even laugh at yourself because what has taken me all those hours? What? I've taken like 6 hours. There's a time you even take like a small bug, 6 hours, just debugging. You are like, what is happening? You see, I feel like with that kind of an example, you having a positive mindset, it's easy.
Yeah, positive mindset.
Yeah, you bring down any mountain.
You have reminded me that when I was at the G2, something that worked for me. Not only when I was at the G2, something that has paved me for ways and opportunities over the time is letting my ego down.
Yeah.
Being humble. Yeah. And also, like you said, learning from the person who is shining the room, because for them to shine, they have gone through a process.
They've worked hard. Let me tell you, people
even
work
though
hard.
You see them, even though your ego does not match the person in the room, at least humble yourself and get to run. Yeah. Humble yourself, get to run from the person. And then the other thing has worked for me. I have this mantra of saying that I must add value to my life every day.
Yeah, I feel like
every day I learn something new.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same for me.
And I make sure, and this one I'm so strict with it, Mike. And it is the number one reason that makes me not to sleep, because how can you sleep without adding something or adding value to your life?
It's like you wasted your day.
Yeah.
You're just there in your blanket sleeping, and you know very well you've not added value to your life today.
How do you sleep? Like,
yeah, it's we are not attacking anyone. It's okay to sleep, but it's always nice to have a positive personal growth mindset.
Yeah, the growth.
Which it will essentially, you see, like you see, like right now, you see, we normally see people who are in programming, and they're making so much money than you are. And you're here just saying, you've just joined programming, and you want to make the same amount of money as they are, which is impossible, man. Because that person has, if you tell them to tell you their story, you'll even sit back and say, no, I'm okay, just give me what I'm worth. You see, it's always nice to get what you're worth, and it's nice to always have something to look forward to. Like, okay, in spite of maybe saying that person has money, I want, just work towards just perfect your skill, because that person is being paid that amount of money because they sat down, they didn't sleep, they worked so hard, and they made sure every day they learn a thing, and that's what they're benefiting from right now. That's what is making that guy drive that car, live that mansion. You see, so for you, just sit back. Programming, you see, programming is you learn day by day. It's just
block by block.
It's like, you see, there's a game called Jenga. Have you ever seen it somewhere? There's a
Jenga.
You should look at it. You see, Jenga. Jenga is a game that you normally play. You build like a tower of maybe wood or something. It's a specific game where you remove a piece from the bottom and it's at the top. So if it crashes, you're done with the game.
Is it like Tetris?
Not really like Tetris. No, you see, not really. You see, Tetris is you joining specific pieces to a specific. You see, but Jenga is in relation to software engineering. Is, you see, you learn something today. Maybe you learn something. Maybe how to align something. You say a specific CSS or any JS. Maybe you learn something new today. That specific item, you're going to use it for the rest of your career. You see, like Jenga, you're not picking a puzzle out of you're picking something. You see, when all the items for that game are used, you start to pick from the bottom and adding it to the top. You see, now you start to reuse whatever you learned at first, because now these people who are good in programming, they are using what they learned at a specific point in their career. So it's more of Jenga to some extent. Just go look at it and you'll see the similarities, because you have to learn first. You have to sit back, learn, and then when the time comes, whatever you've learned,
you apply.
Trust me, it's going to be valuable. So valuable. It's going to be priceless.
Nice.
So it's going to be so priceless. So guys, it's always good to have a personal mindset in whatever you do, because even now for us, we would have given up on podcasting at first. You see, you're posting a video there. Oh, no view. And you're educating people. You're educating people on maybe your experiences.
You're giving back.
Yes, because this is like a CSR. We are trying to like give back what the knowledge you have. You're trying to give it back to the youngsters who want to learn. It's like this podcast. Most of the people that listen, based on the statistics that we have, is people who are at the age of 18 to 24. That's the huge pool of on YouTube. Also on Spotify. That's the largest group we have on this podcast. So it tells you a lot that people at that age, which is surprisingly, it's surprisingly, let's say, weird or something, because you see, when you're 18 to 24, most people will just most people don't have that zeal, or they're not they do not concentrate mostly on their career. Not most people do. Some of them are just having fun and all. But you see, right now we are making a change. You see, that's where now our positive mindset growth comes in. When we see people that specific age group, they're listening to our podcast and they want to learn. You see, that gives you now the energy to say, Mike, where are you? Come, let's shoot. We need to shoot this. We need to shoot a new video, and we need to make sure that we are consistent in sharing. It doesn't matter. We don't have 1,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers. That's okay. But I know we have one person out there who we are helping every day, and we are changing their mindset and aligning it to what we believe in, which is okay. And So
and also, I feel like when we talk about growth mindset, it will be so awkward if you don't speak or mention grit. Have you come across the word grit?
You see, grit essentially means greatness requires internal toughness. That's grit. That's the meaning of grit. Greatness requires internal toughness. And me saying that you having those sleepless nights alone, let me tell you, alone, you're not sleeping, you're just solving a specific problem. That is the true definition of grit. You're sweating alone, and when you win, it's so sweet. You get? So
like the sleepless nights pay off.
So you need to push yourself. Yes, that's what personal positive growth means actually. Essentially,
you are telling us that nothing goes to waste.
No, in programming, nothing goes to waste. Everything comes into play at some point in your career. Yeah.
Like the game you have just mentioned, like
Jenga, yeah.
Everything you are doing right now is good to help you
in the future, one way or the other. So
nice. It's a nice concept.
Yeah. So
at least I've added today. I've added a bunch.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for sticking around.
Yeah.
And listening to us as we share this knowledge. And so if you've not subscribed yet,
this is the time.
It's episode 17 now. Akiangai. Subscribe, hit that like button, turn the post notification bell, and be sure we'll give you more content and we'll share more content as we go, and we'll bring in more ideas for us to deliver. There are so many ideas we have on delivering this content in different ways, and we are going to do that in the future. So thank you, and of course we are with the mics.
See you next time.
Cheers.
Yes.